We have a lot of bodies of water here in the local area, so many lakes in greater West Bloomfield, but until you've really seen it from above, you don't see the impact that all these local bodies of water have on our four communities and beyond. Of course, we had so many fireworks lighting the night sky over the holiday weekend, and joining us now is our very own Dave Scott, who got to see those fireworks from an interesting perspective. Dave.
Hey, good morning, Tyler. Thank you very much. So, as I know you know, but our viewers might not know, I'm a private pilot, and here's a little mock-up of my airplane right there. You guys can see that. So, and it's such a pleasure and a privilege to be able to see the landscape from above. And nothing is more spectacular than our area right here in greater West Bloomfield. Like you were saying a minute ago, Tyler, there are lakes everywhere, but until you get up in the air, you can't really get a grasp for it. So I flew for a couple of hours on Wednesday leading up to the fireworks, got a lot of aerial video, and then I got aerial video of the fireworks. Before I even play a single clip, I want to let all of my FAA friends and all of you know that our airport in Pontiac, our Oakland County Airport, they're absolutely incredible. And everything that I was doing and was shooting was under control from air traffic control out of Pontiac. So I want to thank the Pontiac Tower for helping. And I wasn't the only pilot out. They had us all stacked up as we were shooting video. Don't try this stuff around here with your drone because you're a danger to those of us that are flying conventional airplanes. But Tyler, it worked out really good, and we got some great video. And let's start by taking a look at when you're in the air, one of the best landmarks in our area actually is Apple Island. Let's roll this first clip. And as you can see there, Tyler, Apple Island really sticks out. It's so conspicuous. And it's one of the first things that you're able to see from the air as you're flying around. You got Orchard Lake, as we saw there a moment ago, and then there's this big island. So now I'm flying down. There's our Green Media Center studios right below us and the Civic Center complex. And now I'm flying over toward West Bloomfield High School, and we're going to go up Orchard Lake Road. And by the way, this video isn't perfect. You know, I didn't have a fancy rig in my plane for shooting aerial video, so you're going to see some background control panel images. But Tyler, here we are coming up on West Bloomfield High School. We're turning. You can see the beautiful Orchard Lake and Apple Island in the background. If you look real close at the football field down there, Tyler, you could see our new scoreboard that we'll be talking about, the big, huge video board. And one of the nice things in the air is the sun is really set on the ground, but because I'm flying at 2,000 feet above the ground here, we are capturing a beautiful sunset. Now there is Apple Island and Orchard Lake in all of its beauty and all of its splendor. Now, Tyler, you know what lake that is as we're coming over to the right?
That would be Pine Lake, Dave. Yeah, I think it's Pine Lake.
Absolutely. And then off in the distance beyond Pine Lake is Cass Lake. So, I mean, can you kind of get an idea what I'm talking about? I mean, when you're driving around these lakes, I don't think you really get the feeling of how much water we have right here in greater West Bloomfield.
Yeah, there's tons of it. It's all over the community in every single corner of all four of these communities, two of which are named after lakes themselves, Dave, because it's such a central part of greater West Bloomfield.
So going back to that video, just continue to let it roll if you can. We're going to keep going on in that video. Now we're getting over toward Sylvan Lake, and that's Sylvan kind of coming into the view in the right. If you look close, you can see Orchard Lake Road going through Keego Harbor and into Sylvan Lake. That lake on the right, I can't remember the name of that one. That's got me stumped. Anyone knows that, I'm sure this video will play over and over again, and I'll have to look foolish now for the next 20 years. But Sylvan Lake is off in the distance, and then you can see Telegraph Road kind of appearing. So let's cut to the next video. And this is kind of a better view of Telegraph. We're coming up Telegraph now, and I'm turning toward Sylvan Lake. A lot of these shots, you're gonna have to forgive me, I'm not doing any really steep maneuvers here because the plane It was being flown on the autopilot. And then if you look real close in the distance on the right, you can see the edge of the Pontiac Airport. We're very close to the Pontiac Airport, so we had to be really careful not to get in the way of any other aircraft over there. But there we go. Nice view of Sylvan Lake. This is probably about 20 minutes before the fireworks kicked off. Next video is south of Sylvan Lake, and I think we'll get a really good view of the sunset here. So it's getting a little bit later. I'm back a little farther away, and you can see Sylvan Lake and all of that with that. I mean, let's just take in that beautiful sunset. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is. That is a fantastic sunset, and seeing it beam off those lakes too often in the background of that video is even better.
Yeah, especially Sylvan. Look at, you could see that orange glow on Sylvan, which is not the lake in the foreground, but the next lake up that's just a little bit higher. So eventually it does actually get dark here, and we actually do some fireworks. So let's take a look at this. This is a Sylvan distant here, and I'm a little ways away, but you can begin to see the fireworks here coming off Sylvan Lake. And we'll just kind of watch the show. Now, you know, it's not like being on your boat right in the lake, but it's a different perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You can see just, you know, when you're on the ground or you're on the lake or on the water watching these fireworks, they seem like they are way up in the sky, thousands upon thousands of feet up, and then you see it from above. It's not too far away from us at home where we're seeing those big lights in the sky.
No, and I was careful. I didn't want. I wanted to make sure I was above the altitude at which the fireworks were firing. I'm at 2,000 feet here, and sorry, some of the video's a little jittery, but I'm at 2,000 feet, and you can see I'm probably at least 500, 750 feet above even these fireworks. And when they were shooting the finale off, I didn't shoot that because I thought it might be dangerous. But as I'm coming around here and getting a little bit closer now, around Sylvan Lake, get a really nice perspective. You can look closely. And check this out. In the background, you can see the fireworks that are coming off Union Lake way up there. And I'm pretty sure that's Union Lake way up there in the background. If you look, you're going to see some other flashes in the sky. As I'm flying around that night, there are just fireworks all over the place, because with all of our lakes, we have so many different fireworks shows. So let's jump up to the next video. And this will kind of give you some idea of what it was like. You're going to see in a minute here that there are multiple fireworks shows going on. And I'm heading off toward the west, going over to take a look at what's going on in Union Lake. And look real close there, Tyler. You see a blinking light up at the top of the video. That's another plane. So there were 3 or 4 of us flying around, and again, totally safe, all under air traffic control, and doing just fine. But some beautiful fireworks coming off to the right. Jump up now to the Union Lake video. So this is the 3rd. This was the 3rd of July. And there were multiple shows. Union Lake put on a great show. So let's watch a little bit of theirs and just get your commentary, Tyler, what you're seeing.
Yeah, you can see really the action on the ground level, or in this case in the lake level, and then see the full process of what those fireworks look like as they go up, as they explode and they beam through the sky. Gives you an even better perspective, because you can kind of see that on the ground. You see a flash on the ground, maybe a flash in the air, and then the actual firework. But seeing it actually go off in the sky, the colors as they rise into the air, that's a really interesting view too, and one that you can really only get from this perspective, Dave.
Yeah, and you know, there's a really nice ground effect that I thought looked really cool right on the lake from the air, and you can obviously see all the smoke trailing out and everything. I'm about to get at an angle where I can't see much anymore. But you know, the thing that I always think is cool about fireworks is they always seem they're coming at you, no matter where you are. And that was true up in the sky, because they're exploding and going out, right? So no matter where you are, you're going to see fireworks coming at you. So let's wrap it up and just take one final look at Sylvan Lake and the fireworks there in Sylvan Lake. And I don't know who put all this show together, but there were a ton of boats on the lake, and it was really an incredible night and a great fireworks show. As you could see, the weather couldn't have worked out any better. And it was just a spectacular night here in West Bloomfield, and again, in the general area, Sylvan Lake here. But one more time, this is, this is just a perfect weekend for fireworks. We had shows on the 3rd, shows on the 4th, shows on the 5th. Hopefully you got a chance to get out, celebrate, enjoy time with your family, and just enjoy the birthday of our great country. So there you have it, a slightly different perspective on fireworks night in West Bloomfield, all from this little guy right here.
Yeah, all weekend long, Dave, I kept getting notifications on my phone. I'm signing up for Nixle alerts. Those are crime and emergency alerts for West Bloomfield, as well as for my home area in western Oakland County. And I kept getting notifications day in and day out from the West Bloomfield Police Department. Hey, there's a fireworks show tonight. There's a fireworks show here. There's a fireworks show there. And then you see that video, and you see they were all over the place, not just in greater West Bloomfield, but our nearby neighbors in Waterford, on Union Lake, and on Elizabeth Lake over the weekend too. And like you said, could not have been better conditions for a great 4th of July weekend for the folks here in greater West Bloomfield. Thank you for that perspective, Dave.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler. Happy 4th of July, everybody, and it's time to get back to work, unfortunately. It's kind of hard to get back to work after the long 4th of July, but thank you very much.